Oh, what's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. That was absolutely gutting. What a hell of a 90 minutes, man. It was so nervy. But you know what? You got to give it to the players because they gave blood, sweat and tears. They showed the fundamentals of what we've been calling for so long in this season. They showed like they wanted it. They showed like they wanted to stay up. They were fighting for the badge. They were fighting for the fans. They were fighting for themselves. And they were fighting for the manager. I thought we saw that today. And it's just so gutting. It's so hard to take that we haven't won that game. To go in to stoppage time, leading 2-1, and to not to come out with a win. It's just no words can describe how I'm feeling right now. It's just so frustrating. So frustrating because we deserve the win today. We deserve to win first time in a long time. We have deserved to win, but the wait goes on. 110 days or whatever it is and counting, and we have not won a game of football. I thought Rodrigo Bentancur made a real difference today in the middle of the park. He really did. I thought the way he just kept the ball moving, his ability to wriggle out of situations and pass the ball forward, his aggressivity in the middle of the park as well. Bentancur just made a hell of a difference. Xavi Simons, man. This is why I've been saying you've got to start him. You've got to play him. He is the guy with that X factor. Both goals that we scored today. The assist, brilliant for Pedro Porro. And the goal, what can you say about the goal? What a finish. We've been crying out for someone to be able to do that since Sonny. And Xavi Simons, we've been waiting for Xavi to produce a moment like that for us. And it finally came today, and it's just gutting it hasn't come in a win. It really is. We thought it was coming at the time of need and the best time possible, but we just could not hang on. We just could not hang on. And the fighting spirit from Xavi Simons, it looked like he wasn't able to carry on. And he just kept going and kept going and kept going and dropped to his knees after the game. What an effort put in for the majority of the players today. But the reality is, it's not enough because we didn't win the game. That last minute, man, the last minute Archie Gray goes the wrong way. He had Danso. Whether he would have scored or not, who knows? But Danso was completely free if he would have just passed the other way and he would have had a free shot at goal, man. It's just so hard to take that we have not won that game. The fight, the spirit, everything. We just left everything out there on the pitch. And what I want to say, we didn't get the win, but at least it gives us a little bit of hope. We saw something that we can go on going into the running now, going into the last 5 games. We got Wolves away next. We got to show that same spirit, that same mentality. We got to hold on for dear life next time. James Maddison on the bench today. You saw him, he was geeing up all the players that were coming on. He was giving little pep talks. You really saw that leadership ability, and I think he made a difference in that dressing room today. I really believe that. Danso and Van de Ven, I thought they were defending unbelievably well for the most part, except when he had to slip right at the end for the goal that we conceded. But everyone put in such a shift. The only one I didn't see much from today, I think, was Dominic Solanke. I thought Conor Gallagher in the first half, probably his best 45 minutes in the Spurs shirt. Bissouma, he was putting in a shift, albeit I thought it should have taken off at half time because, he was on that yellow and he was making a few he gave the ball away a few silly times. But everyone was just fighting. And it's just something that's been so devoid in this team for so long. So, does it give you guys any hope that we can beat this thing and we can stay up? Because the atmosphere today, the fans gave everything as well. The fans were really roaring on that team right until that final whistle. The high road and the stadium before the game was electric. Everything was going in our way, everything. Up until the last kick of the game, albeit I say everything was going our way. A few shocking refereeing decisions yet again. I thought Udogie should have definitely had a penalty in that first half. Anywhere outside the box, that's probably a foul and that's probably given a free kick. So why in the box is it not given a penalty? Xavi Simons was getting hacked down time and time again. Nothing. How many times does he need to get fouled? The referee's just waving play on. It's just ridiculous. I just didn't understand it. What can I say? The players left everything out there. They really did. And I just can't believe we haven't taken away the 3 points. I really can't. Pedro Porro as well with a nice goal, nice header to get there in front of Verbruggen. I'm just at loss for words, guys. I really am. I really thought 3 points was finally coming. but the reality is it's the same, and we bottled it right at the end. We have bottled it right at the end, and it's just so fucking hard to take. I'm absolutely gutted, people. I'm absolutely gutted. 3 points was there for us. Best performance for a while. Best fight we've shown in a while. Maybe Xavi is getting into these players, and maybe in these final 5 games we will see a win or two. Well, we know a win or two is not enough. We need 2 or 3 wins. All on West Ham on Monday night. You know, we have at the end of the day gained a point on them, so we're 1 point behind them as it stands. So if Crystal Palace can do a job for us, then we're only 1 point playing Wolves away next week. But it really should have been 3 points, and we should be sitting here talking about we're outside of the relegation zone. I swear that was like the most tense and nervy game that I've ever had to witness at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It really was. But what can I say? What can I say? Man of the match for me, Rodrigo Bentancur. I thought he was our best player. Really welcome return to see him back. Hopefully get to see Maddison next week or the week after. I never thought he was going to come on. I always knew it was just a bit of for vibes and just to get the crowd pumped up that he's in the squad, and everyone in the stadium was going around saying, oh, just James Maddison's on, James Maddison. I was telling them all, there is no chance he's coming on. No chance at all. And alas, he didn't. But let's see what happens from here. They've shown fight. Can they take this fight into the next game? We cannot let our heads drop that we conceded that last minute goal. We cannot. We've got to take that fight into the next game and keep with the same mentality, keep with the same spirit, and hopefully 3 points is only around the corner. In my opinion, 2 wins and a couple more draws, and a draw or 2 might do it, but to not win this is just gutting, and it could be detrimental. It really could be detrimental. But you can't knock it. You can't knock the fight, and you can't knock the spirit. You can only knock the result and bottling right at the end. And it is the same old story. It is the same old story from that sense. But it was much better than I've seen in a long time. It really was. I thought Tell really lively when he came on. He was doing such a good job trying to get the ball in the park and in the middle of the box, and you know, he was beating men and he was causing problems. He really was causing problems. But yeah, what can I say? And that, by the way, Lucas Bergvall. When Lucas Bergvall came on and just literally just pressed the shit out of them, won the ball high up the pitch, and Xavi Simons did the rest. I really hope Xavi is not injured now, because he looked like in a really bad way after, you know, he went down, he was hobbling, he went off, and he just looked like he couldn't walk at times. But at the end, he looked okay. So let's hope, cross our fingers, because he is the only one in that team with that little bit of an X factor, and we saw that today. So look, that is it. Gutting that we haven't won today, but maybe a few signs of life in these last 5 games. We'll see you all tomorrow. Like, subscribe, comment, and as always, come in Spurs.